Yes, that's right. India's much-awaited semaglutide opportunity has hit its first major hurdle, and the timing of it all couldn't be more interesting. Well, Dr. Reddy's earlier disclosed an API impurity issue that grossly affected the company's first-time scale-up of a larger commercial batch of its semaglutide drug, as a result of which commercial supplies for its semaglutide have been delayed both in India as well as the major market that is Canada for the company. The company expects supplies to resume only by late October or early November, but the ripple effects don't stop just at Dr. Reddy's. Torrent Pharma has also voluntarily recalled select batches of its Semalix 2 mg and 4 mg pens. The company clarified in its recall that it is restricted only to specific batches which were manufactured by Dr. Reddy's, while all other semaglutide pens remain unaffected. Meanwhile, one source says that the disruption is unlikely to materially impact its business. In fact, the company believes that it can utilize the spare manufacturing facilities that it's got by increasing its supplies to Apotex, another company which is in Canada, and maintain plant utilization without changing its earnings estimates. Now, while the Dr. Reddy's setback is grabbing headlines, the broader semaglutide market was already showing signs of losing steam. According to the June IPM data, generic semaglutide volume has slowed down to just 4.4% in June, down from about 15.3% in the month of May. Analysts have also revised the anti-obesity segment outlook as a whole. The outlook, which was earlier expected to grow at 128% for the entire year of FY26, now that estimate has been revised down to 111%, and they've cited inventory buildup as demand for generic products has been slower than analysts had been estimating. Interestingly, the innovator brand, that's Novo Nordisk, continues to retain nearly 18% of the market volumes, which is helped by physician preferences and Novo Nordisk's price cuts for the Indian market, making it difficult for generics to quickly scale up and grab market share. At the same time, your peak, which is Eli Lilly's tirzepatide, that appears to be racing ahead. Eli Lilly's Mounjaro, along with Cipla's Yorpeak, currently dominate the GLP-1 market as a whole. This drug, tirzepatide, has already generated nearly 1,300 crores in sales and commands nearly 65% of India's GLP-1 market, which is valued at 2,000 crores. In comparison, semaglutide sales, that is the new generic launch that was pushed for so long and was anticipated by all players in the market, have done a meager 650 crores. Now, in comparison, this difference is a lot. So does that mean that the GLP-1 story is losing steam? It doesn't necessarily mean that. More analysts are still believing that this is a long-term opportunity rather than a quick blockbuster drug. Their expectations for this drug is that over the next 3 to 5 years, tirzepatide could emerge as a $500 million market in India, with 5 to 6 leading semaglutide manufacturers, which could build up and gather around $200 million each worth of annual sales potential. And several smaller players will still continue to exist in this space, but at a much smaller scale. The slower adoption is driven by also uniquely Indian factors. Obesity is often viewed as a signal of wealth, where India is not that much of a vanity-driven society as compared to the Western markets. We've also got a dietary preference difference compared to the Western markets, where carb-heavy and protein-low diets take the upper hand in Indian day-to-day life. From an investment perspective, analysts are continuing to favor the broader pharma space, despite the near-term execution risks in the GLP-1 space. And among major GLP-1 players, Sun Pharma enjoys the strongest street confidence with about 90% buy ratings. Torrent Pharma quickly follows up with a 73% buy recommendations, while Cipla, Zydus, Lupin and Alkem all continue to have a majority of analysts recommending a buy rating. Dr. Reddy's, however, stands out as the most divided stock in the group. It's got around 43% buy ratings, reflecting some concerns that analysts are penciling into the company's near-term growth. So while Dr. Reddy's has certainly hit a major speed bump in the GLP-1 race, the bigger question now still remains whether India's GLP-1 journey was always destined to be a marathon rather than a sprint.